Hello everybody and welcome to the Group C tiebreakers now. We have DarkPorygon versus Ramzi. DarkPorygon picked Jess and Ramzi picked Jake. They are playing on Stalingrad again. I'm gonna skip the early game a bit. DarkPorygon is yellow comet here on top. He started with double artillery and a recon after a bunch of infantry. Ramzi went for a recon and two tanks here. First one towards his con tower here, and the other one here on the bottom. Now he gets a battlecopter, and DarkPorygon went for triple actually, artillery and a tank finally on this other side, which generally this con tower goes to the player on the bottom here, Ramzi on this case. DarkPorygon starts capturing this property. I think Ramzi is gonna get this one as well. Next turn, he gets this property. The recon doesn't show itself yet, I don't think. I'm not sure. Okay, he couldn't see this infantry, so this is why he probably wasn't interrupting this capture. DarkPorygon also has a recon here now. Overall, they're both hidden. I would say DarkPorygon has all this artillery here in position though around his enemy con tower around this position. Ramzi is coming in with the battlecopter. Of course, Jess battlecopters not quite as good as the other units, the ground units for her, the vehicles, the artillery and the tank, since they have 10% attack. Actually, all other units have less 10% attack, so her copters are weaker, just like her infantry. Now he starts capturing the con tower as well. For now, no engagements between both of them. This tank is moving in here though, so we might see some action next turn. Let me skip a bit because we have a lot of games as well on this tiebreaker to get you. I have a feeling this recon will attack now for Ramzi. The recon attacks this infantry, is gonna get killed by this other one. There's more tanks coming. This tank still kinda just hiding here. So Ramzi not showing where his tank is. Right now, DarkPorygon can only see this infantry here. He has an anti-air finally and a battlecopter now, but he goes for a base skip actually to get double tank here. Right now Ramzi is just going for some engagements, getting those infantry here from DarkPorygon, starts capturing some other properties. He actually is ahead on capture now, I think. Yeah, DarkPorygon should equalize there next turn. Right now they're just moving a lot of units. Stalingrad takes quite a while to get going because it's a pretty big map. I think there's 52 properties, so if both players are even, they're like on 26 properties each. Right now DarkPorygon coming in with the infantry, but the Jazz infantry really is weaker. With 2 infantry he can't quite get the kill on this infantry. I think most COs would get this kill. And he goes for a medium tank and a tank and another base keep. He also doesn't build anything out of the airport. Ramzi getting trapped there. He has another recon here on this top side now. The tank moves in here, kills this unit. This infantry, I think he's gonna start capturing here. He kills another infantry. Right now Ramzi is actually quite ahead on unit count, I guess, because of all the infantry engagements he won, and he also hasn't been base keeping a whole lot, I believe. Yeah, he went for double tank and an infantry and the battlecopter. Now he sees all the artillery from DarkPorygon by the wall of death here. We can kill all this stuff. He also gets a nice engagement on this tank, almost kills it, but not quite. Right now, DarkPorygon fighting here. This battlecopter is coming down. I don't know what happened. Oh, the Ramzi battlecopter is here. DarkPorygon sees it, but he can't quite. He almost can shoot it with his anti-air. Sorry. The artillery just getting some infantry for now. DarkPorygon really focusing on this artillery push here on his enemy's spawn tower. And Jake goes for the beatdown. Ramzi, of course. The normal power for Jake. He almost gets this tank with the infantry. He's gonna get this infantry, those two. The battlecopter comes in here. He's gonna get killed next turn probably by the anti-air, but he gets a nice shot on the tank. He also holds his spawn tower for now. He also got an artillery. The problem is he mostly only has battlecopters here, and DarkPorygon already has an anti-air. He goes for a base keep as well to get some anti-air on this side. I believe he actually didn't see, I think, the battlecopter there from DarkPorygon, but he's expecting it, I guess. Of course, DarkPorygon gets the battlecopter, but he's really far behind on unit count right now on this side. On his spawn tower side, he almost has no units, no infantry at least. He has a transport copter, I didn't even quite catch that. He also has a medium tank here, but he's gonna take quite a while to get these units here. And it's quite tough to build infantry now because both players have really high income. So you wanna be pumping those big units. Or lots of units like double tank and a battlecopter, or even triple tank, I don't know. Anti-air and all that stuff. Right now Ramzi is trying to hold his spawn tower. He's managing to do that for now. He really is going in with the battlecopter. I don't know if he forgot the anti-air was here, or if he doesn't even care, he just wants those tanks gone right now on his spawn tower side. He also has another property, I guess it's not 26, because if it was 26 for each player when they're even would it be another property here? I guess it's 28, I'm not sure. Stalingrad has too many properties, honestly, to count. At this point, yeah, I guess it's 28 because this is the only property that isn't captured yet. And right now, DarkPorygon goes for the Overdrive, the jet superpower, so he's gonna have more movement on his vehicles, but this battlecopter, of course, doesn't take advantage of that. And this transport copter as well doesn't. The medium tank though, moving more units, but this infantry can't even get this infantry here on the woods because of the bad Jazz infantry. Jazz in general is a really great pick on this map, but I think DarkPorygon just went too crazy with the artillery here. I don't know about this one. In general, you just wanna make the big tank chain with Jazz and keep on fighting with your enemy, with your better firepower, with your tanks. Though Jake has a lot of firepower as well on all those planes here. And now Ramzi goes for the superpower. I don't even know what the superpower is called. I think it's Block Rock. Yeah, Block Rock. The one Digis talks a lot about. Right now, Ramzi coming in with his triple tank. The Jake superpower, I think, gives 2 movement as well, plus 1 range on this artillery here, so he should be able to. I mean, he can't even shoot anything with the extra range right now, but. And somehow DarkPorygon recovered his unit count. On unit count, maybe the crazy artillery wasn't so crazy after all. He's mostly winning, I guess, on the spawn tower side, and he's also winning on his spawn tower side because of all the units he had here, the expensive units. But he's a bit ahead on capture right now, 3k for now. I guess he hasn't been for a long period, so it isn't that big of a deal, but I think it's gonna be hard for him to capture again. This infantry is trying to get this property. But both players have very little infantry right now, actually. And Ramzi gets this tank, and this entire actually is a big deal, I think. But he's really behind on unit count. The power from DarkPorygon was really devastating. He's trying to pump out some medium tanks right now to compensate, but DarkPorygon already has 2 medium tanks here and another one here. And another one on his enemy's on tower side. He's coming in with the infantry. Now the transport copter is paying for itself, I guess. Some battlecopters engagements here. Just not quite the best with the battlecopters, but when you have more stuff, you just win, right? Right now he's just pulling back DarkPorygon there is trying to coalesce his forces and get some captures, sneak captures here, I guess, on Ramzi. Ramzi coming in with the... I mean, DarkPorygon coming in, Ramzi was pulling back. Ramzi's trying to get some captures back here from Ramzi. The problem right now for Ramzi, I guess, is he has 2 infantry here and 1 that he just built. And he went for a medium tank and another tank. Maybe it would be better for him to go for a bomber and a bunch of infantry, I don't know. Because right now it's really tough for him to capture anything. Maybe he should also consider building a transport, like a transport copter, but the problem is if he builds a transport copter, he can't use the airport for units, even though he hasn't been using it as well. Thus far, lately, I don't know. DarkPorygon now tied in capture and probably coming ahead on Ramzi. He's still ahead on units, so I guess he's on a good shape to win this game. Right now, Ramzi trying to fight back here around his tower side. He does see though the artillery here and the copter and all those tanks, the 2 medium tanks. Now he's moving all his stuff to this tower side. He has... oh, he finally goes for the bomber, but I think it's a bit too late right now. In fact, DarkPorygon even built an extra anti-air here, so DarkPorygon goes for the superpower. This tank is dead even before the power. This other one almost dies, the medium tank. He gets this infantry, gets the battlecopter with the medium tank actually. This artillery almost gets one shot by the tank. The anti-air is coming in, so when those bombers come, maybe he can sneak a kill on a bomber with some anti-air. He's almost trapping this medium tank as well, and right now Ramzi resigns because he has half the units of DarkPorygon, almost half his value for sure. So this game was really wild. I mean, DarkPorygon went for the crazy artillery here and somehow it worked, but I don't know, man. I don't know why Ramzi quite lost, to be honest, because it seemed to me like the artillery play wasn't quite working here. You can see that DarkPorygon got... I mean, he didn't get this behind on units. Oh, here, he has 21 units. They're even, then Ramzi goes in, kills a lot of stuff here. But then the problem is, I guess Ramzi just overextended here. He really went hard on the tower side. Like, okay, he wants to get this tower, but he was pushing on both fronts. Yeah, and I guess that was what lost Ramzi the game for the most part. Pushing too hard on both fronts. So that's it, let's go to the next game. And yeah. So second game is gonna be DustBird versus DarkPorygon again. DarkPorygon picked Jake. For some reason this infantry here is facing the wrong direction. DustBird went for the spicy green pick. Again, I think we've seen a lot of these on the groups. On this map, Birds on a Wire. Right now... DustBird coming in... I mean DarkPorygon coming in with double recon and a tank. I think he went tank first, of course, for this tank to be here. This other tank catches this infantry here, trying to capture, interrupts the capture occurs. And DustBird has a tank on his strong side and double recon as well. I guess both players going for the interrupts here. But DarkPorygon went for both went for the tank first on the strong side and then a recon on each side, so they're pretty much mirroring each other. They even mirror each other on the Battlecopter, and the DustBird Battlecopters gets a lot of damage on the tank here of DarkPorygon. Right now DarkPorygon is actually ahead on capture, and I guess he's gonna keep ahead for now. He's also ahead on unit count for some reason. Right now, DustBird interrupting this capture here. DustBird interrupting the capture for DarkPorygon. Sorry, I don't know what's going on right now with the names in my head. This tank is coming in. This is really weird. Why is DustBird so behind on units at the start of the game? Let's see what happened here. DarkPorygon bite normally. Then DustBird. Did he go for a base skip? I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, he just he went for a base skip to get a Battlecopter before DarkPorygon. That's awkward, I don't know about this. Okay, so DarkPorygon coming in with a lot more infantry because he didn't base skip to buy a Battlecopter. Like DustBird should have 2 more infantry right now, but whatever. The Battlecopter does get a tank though, and he's interrupting all those captures here. He's got a lot of presence on this weak side of his. He's kinda strong with the Battlecopter there and the tanks. And the tank. Singular tank. Now he goes for double tank and artillery, and they're almost even on units right now. But DarkPorygon is still ahead on capture. He also gets this infantry from DustBird. The tank comes in here and one-shots the recon. The green pick making a difference there. DustBird finally getting a lot of captures there that he was missing, so he even goes ahead on and surpasses DarkPorygon capture right now. He gets some anti-air and artillery. And infantry, yeah, he didn't base skip this time. DarkPorygon already builds a Battlecopter in the middle of his turn. He gets all this infantry, so right now he's really ahead on unit count. He also gets a nice engagement here with the tank. I didn't catch if this anti-air killed anything, I don't think so. But there's this Battlecopter nearby here. DarkPorygon goes for the beatdown mid-turn. He gets this recon, and that's about it, I guess. But I guess he wouldn't be able to get with all the power because of the range here. Yeah. And then DustBird goes for the Knucklebuster as well. Both players going for the early powers, but right now, yeah, DustBird didn't get a whole lot of damage. He one-shots one infantry and interrupts this capture with the recon. Okay, gets one infantry with the tank there, but I don't know if you want to be shooting infantry with those tanks when there is a tank nearby and then an anti-air. Right now DarkPorygon is still ahead on unit count. He's coming in, killing a bunch of stuff. Right now DarkPorygon is really ahead on unit count, but DustBird is pulling back a bit, using his artillery here to good use. The green artillery, really powerful. The Battlecopter comes in here, does a lot of damage to the tank. The anti-air is almost in position. Now I think he's actually not, but this Battlecopter is gonna, I don't know what DarkPorygon is gonna do with the Battlecopter. DustBird going for a Battlecopter as well. Right now DarkPorygon mostly just pulling back for the most part. Actually DustBird is ahead on income. After all this, he also gets some stuff. He starts capturing here. I don't know why DarkPorygon is being so passive pulling back here when he was ahead on units. like really ahead. And DustBird's saving a lot of money for some reason. He has 10k he didn't spend. He could have gone for a battle copter there, but he chose not to. He also could have gone for a medium tank, but he went for a normal tank. This battle copter gets a really nice engagement here, but yeah, he's pulling back a lot. Even the anti-air here coming back in the tank, he's really trying to bait in DustBird. I guess he got scared because of the one-shots that DustBird got earlier. This tank gets a nice engagement, he kills another tank here, the battlecopter just gets some vision, and the anti-air one-shots the battlecopter there, of course. Yeah, some infantry just dying there. He goes for a battlecopter and a tank and some anti-air. The infantry finishes off the battlecopter. Right now, DarkPorygon is coming in with his tanks and the battlecopter and another tank. He gets 2 low tanks that would equal like 1 entire tank. Gets the artillery that was in the middle of the river. Again, I don't know why people go for these artilleries in the middle of the river on this map. And DustBird goes for the Knucklebuster, but this means DarkPorygon probably is gonna get his superpower next turn, the block rock, I don't know. The anti-air gets the battlecopter. This tank is also really low right now, but that's it, I think. And this capture interrupted it again. Right now DarkPorygon is 4k behind actually on income, so he really has gotta do something about this. He goes for the superpower, gets the anti-air and this lower tank there, and another full HP tank with the middle tank. Really nice. I think those are the engagements. DarkPorygon needed to come back, and pulling back actually worked for him. But he still has to capture, and right now DustBird is recovering this position on his strong side. He's coming in with a lot of infantry. The battlecopter gets a decent engagement on the middle tank, but takes a lot of damage back, of course, because it's green. I never noticed how battlecopters are bad against middle tanks with green, because they take a lot of damage from the machine guns from the middle tank. Right now DarkPorygon coming in with all those tanks, catching the artillery there that was in the middle of the army here. Right now both are kinda even actually. The DustBird keeps up the property advantage. He has a lot of battlecopters here. He sees the anti-air from DustBird, but I guess he can't quite kill something right now. DustBird really choosing not to use medium tanks. DarkPorygon going for that medium tank, but so far I guess he wasn't able to do much with the medium tank other than one shot the tank with the superpower. He has a lot of tanks here. He actually has a big wall around his artillery. And DustBird goes for the superpower, the Knucklebuster. He's gonna get this tank. Maybe he could have gone for this other tank and get a one-shot, but I guess he wanted to expose the artillery, even though he doesn't have a unit to follow up right now. He actually gets a lot of stuff with the battlecopters, but the battlecopters are kind of there to die. The tank almost kills the medium tank, but not quite. The anti-air actually kills the lower tank there. And right now DustBird actually is really ahead on unit count. I didn't even notice, but DarkPorygon lost a bunch of stuff. I guess both players right now are really low. He goes for superpower. Actually, it was the normal power for green. I don't know why I thought it was a superpower. DustBird right now going in with the battlecopter. He really doesn't care about anti-air. Kills the anti-air with the tank. I guess this is why he doesn't care. After the artillery gets taken out and he starts capturing the HQ. Actually, he actually has more than double units than DarkPorygon right now. I guess green, when he gets ahead, he just starts one-shotting everything, and that's it. DarkPorygon loses this game. I'm not sure where it started going wrong, things started going really wrong. You see DustBird was behind on unit count from the beginning, but then out of the blue he comes out ahead here. DarkPorygon was pulling back a bit too much here. He was kinda, I mean, this tank, yeah, he was pulling back for no reason there, and DustBird just went ahead and kept attacking and killing a bunch of stuff. I guess when games are really chaotic, green comes out ahead, and right now DustBird has a win and DarkPorygon has one as well. So let's see if Ramzi manages to tie again the group. So the third game, we have DustBird versus Ramzi, of course. Oh my god, I was already into the replay. Ramzi picked Jake, and DustBird is playing green again. His trusty pick from the tournament. Let's skip the early game a bit here. This map, Hidden Edge, I really like it, but a lot of players don't like it that much. I think the problem it has mostly is just really vertical. As you can see, it's kind of hard to even see everything on the replay. Right now, DustBird capturing this base. Kinda weird that he doesn't have this base first. I guess he didn't go for the base first here. I think this can hurt his unit count long term. Ramzi went for the base first here. Okay, so yeah, I guess Ramzi gets ahead on unit count just because of that early game, but let's see. DustBird already has his cone tower. And right now both players, actually, yeah, both players have a tank, but DustBird went for double recon before the tank. He gets the cone tower, starts hitting this infantry on the cone tower first, so Ramzi gets the first strike there. This tank sees here the recon. And right now DustBird's pulling back with the recon, getting his tank in position, killing this infantry here with the recon. He also gets this other infantry lower on the road here, I guess. And he goes for a tank and some infantry. Yeah, a tank and some infantry. Ramzi is just capturing this tank here, does some damage to this infantry. He's getting a tank chain. I mean, he was getting a tank chain here, but he goes for a tank on the top now to get rid of this recon and some infantry. Nice move, I guess. DustBird starts capturing the airport first. This map is interesting because there's this lower part with the airport and the top here with the base. I guess it's not that different from Birds on a Wire in a sense, where you have the double bases and the base and the airport. And generally you get I mean, on Birds on a Wire, I guess the cone tower you get generally is closer to the airport. I was talking so much I didn't even quite catch that. Ramzi killed this tank here with his double tank, and his artillery is now moving in as well. This tank is also here to get rid of this recon, but DustBird has a tank as well. He also has a mech coming in. This tank comes in here, but I don't know if that's a good decision. I mean, Ramzi already showed he had double tank here. Maybe if this recon moved first, he would remember that. But if he watched the replay, he would have known as well. Now this tank is trapped here, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess it isn't because this is all shows, but it's gonna be hard for DustBird to escape with this tank. Ramzi is now capturing his airport. Both players are even on income actually, but Ramzi is ahead on units because he got this tank and also he get the base here first, while DustBird kind of skipped his third base there. Now DustBird going for the battlecopter and some artillery. The artillery here gets the tank and the tank gets the recon, so right now Ramzi really pulling ahead, killing a bunch of units from DustBird. I guess it's kind of tough playing green on this map. To play green, I guess you need like a really well-planned opener where you kind of cheese your opponent, I guess, with the one-shots. And if you get attacked first, like Ramzi attacked the infantry here and even the tank here, he got the first tank kill was really crucial, I think. Then you really get behind his green, and it's really hard to recover. We saw last game the green really gets ahead. When he gets ahead, you really can't beat him, but if he gets behind, and many times he gets behind because of lower defense, he really can't do anything. Right now Ramzi going for the normal power, the Knucklebuster. He's moving in with the Battlecopter, but the problem is Ramzi already has anti-air there. The tank gets this recon, he sees this tank here with his own tank and kills this infantry, but then this tank is gonna get shot probably. And he goes for double tank and does a base keep as well. Oh my god. The artillery raining fire here on DustBird. Ramzi gets both tanks here, I guess. Yeah, they're way down lower. The Battlecopter died as well. Right now things are really dire for DustBird, even though he has a lot of control on this con tower side of his. Ramzi is starting to make artillery here. I guess he wants to do a similar push as he did on the bottom there of the map. But right now DustBird has a bunch of mechs here. If those mechs get to the artillery, this is gonna get dicey, but I guess mechs are terrible against artillery because they only move two tiles, I guess I meant to say. And Ramzi goes for the block rock, the superpower. He gets rid of this artillery with another artillery from all this distance. He sees the tank here, and this tank is almost dead. He gets the infantry on the mountains as well with some anti-air and goes for a medium tank right now. He also has a Battlecopter, I didn't quite catch that. Right now DustBird goes for the Knucklebuster. He gets one tank, two tanks. He's coming in with this other tank also, gets here, really nice. Get this tank. He starts capturing with the 1 HP mech here. He kills a mech with the anti-air, I guess that's really nice. Ramzi just coming in with the artillery and the anti-air, very important against this Battlecopter. Medium tank gets the anti-air, Battlecopter and tank gets the recon, and Ramzi is behind on capture somehow, I guess because DustBird has all this control on top here. He's even trying to sneak HQ capture. I don't know what those units are doing here. But somehow DustBird, even after losing all those engagements, is doing a lot of damage. Green really is a weird seal. He can do a lot of damage. But I guess right now Ramzi should be pulling ahead on unit count again. And although this artillery are coming in here, actually he only has this one lasting here. And DustBird resigns because I guess he sees the infantry here, but I don't quite get it. I mean, on unit, actually army value he was really behind here, but after he buys, I guess he's gonna be kinda even, but I guess he didn't quite have an answer for the medium tank. He can build a medium tank, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why DustBird resigned. He wasn't that far behind, maybe he thought he was, but anyway, as Ramzi wins the third game, all players won a game again, and we have a tie again, so we have to go to Green Goblin, the 3-player map again, so I see you guys there. So, on the third game, they are playing on Green Goblin again. This map, really weird one, I made trying to keep balance in mind, but this mountain here definitely isn't balanced. But whatever, what mostly happens is this player here starts turtling against both players and those players fight over those properties here, especially this one. And one of those players gets ahead in general, and this one less, but on this map the rule I made was the player with the biggest army value would win. So if by the end of the game some player loses a bunch of units, maybe this could be a big problem. Just going for captures, not quite what you wanna do. So last time I think Kroner was on top and he managed to win. So let's see if Ramzi manages to win or at least get second place, I don't know. This map is really weird. So Ramzi goes for a recon first here. I guess the other players could have gone for a recon already, but he chose not to. Okay, DustBird goes for a recon. I can't actually. Yeah, I guess DustBird could have gone for a recon, but he didn't. And DarkPorygon, yeah, I guess they could have gone, but they didn't. Right now, DustBird goes for the recon. DarkPorygon goes for artillery, and Ramzi, I guess. He can't quite see. Okay, he sees some units here from a unit actually from DustBird on the mountains. They're the infantry. The recon comes in, gets this infantry. So first blood goes to DustBird, gets artillery as well. Right now DarkPorygon fighting there with the infantry, gets a lot of nice engagements on Ramzi units. They're just sitting there on the road. I guess that's never a good idea for infantry. He gets a bit of an infantry wall here for his artillery. He doesn't move out the recon for some reason. I guess it would be a good idea to put it on the wall here for the artillery, but whatever. Right now, DustBird goes for another recon. And DarkPorygon coming in with the artillery. I guess he lost his first recon. I'm not sure if it was. I guess it was to Ramzi. Ramzi moving in with their artillery, and he goes for the anti-air actually right now. No players building tanks for now. Only artillery, recons, and infantry, and the anti-air, of course, for Ramzi. Right now, DarkPorygon getting some shots with the artillery, a lot of nice engagements with the infantry here. And he goes for double artillery. I guess this game is gonna be like artillery bonanza here. DustBird though with the green pick again, getting aggressive with the recon, but he is also building artillery now. The artillery is really strong, I guess, on a map this short and with a bunch of infantry to have walls. Ramzi goes for another artillery. I guess everyone's just gonna be spamming artillery. DustBird is ahead on capture actually, but DarkPorygon is not far behind, and Ramzi is a bit behind. Again, I guess it's harder for this top player to get the capture since the other players start playing first, both players. Everyone is just making artillery, shooting a bunch of stuff. DustBird's trying to come in with the tanks and the recon and everything. Right now the rocket from DarkPorygon, he even goes for double base keep to get the rocket. So he's really going crazy. We're at day 10 right now, so day 20 the game ends. Ramzi goes for a battlecopter. His infantry wall mostly still standing here. He goes the rocket. Oh, okay, the rocket didn't shoot from the base. DarkPorygon now go for the battlecopter as well. The rocket, I don't know if I said battlecopter. Right now, Ramzi is gonna get a lot of shots with his artillery, gets a bunch of infantry, and starts moving his battlecopter. Knucklebuster from DustBird, the first power of the game. The artillery getting a lot of nice shots. The tank finishes off the other tank and some infantry there. And right now DustBird is going for a battlecopter chain, as well as DarkPorygon. DarkPorygon pushing in with the artillery moving forward along with the infantry wall first. The tank from DustBird taking a lot of damage. The battlecopter gets this infantry along with the other infantry. Some exchanges there with the infantry, no big deal. The anti-air gets the DustBird just built randomly, I guess. Was he that rushed an anti-air early game? I can't remember. I guess he was, and it pays off. He gets the battlecopter from Ramzi. Ramzi chose really didn't choose the right side. Actually, DarkPorygon also has the anti-air. Really funny how both players, and even Ramzi has the anti-air, so all players ready there for the battlecopters. On the other game on Green Goblin, there was like one battlecopter, but it was mostly just Mimi, I guess, on the game. Right now, the players really going for the battlecopter chains. Okay, I guess DustBird stopped the battlecopter chain. But DarkPorygon still with the battlecopter chain, mostly turtling. All players with a lot of artillery just shooting at the infantry for the most part. Right now Ramzi has a tank and builds some more artillery there. I guess DustBird is the one mostly making tanks. And DarkPorygon has the battlecopter chain there. And now DustBird goes for a mech. Let's see if it pays off. The rocket shooting at some infantry. And DarkPorygon goes for the beatdown, the power from Jake. Normal power. I guess he doesn't get much out of the power, honestly. But Ramzi is going for the super power. He's really behind actually on unit count. I guess Ramzi is also really, DustBird is also suffering quite a bit, but right now Ramzi going crazy with actually he didn't get that much damage, I guess, with the artillery. Right now DustBird pulling back a bit, using his artillery, trying to heal this one. He gets a missile for some reason. I guess he's really afraid of those DarkPorygon's battlecopters. DarkPorygon mostly just turtling. He wants to see DustBird and Ramzi kill each other, I guess. Ramzi really going hard again, moving his artillery forward against DustBird, and DustBird goes for the superpower, the Haymaker, for green there. I guess he could have shot with the artillery here first, maybe this infantry and then join, but he chose to join before attacking. He also joins the other tank. Right now the battlecopter gets some damage here. This artillery dies to the tank, and that's it, I guess. DarkPorygon again, mostly just turtling, going for some battlecopters. Oh, Ramzi killing a lot of stuff right now with the artillery. Goes for a tank. DustBird kills infantry and this other damage tank there, but I guess DustBird is really behind right now in units, though Ramzi is not doing that great as well. DarkPorygon just turtling and massing units there. He barely has places to move his units. I don't know how he's choosing to move them right now. It's a big mess, a blob of units there. He's really ahead of both players, and in second place we have Ramzi, so of course this game two players will move ahead of the group because the top three players actually tied. So the two players with most arm value there will move on. Right now the missile, did the missile get anything there? I guess not. Okay. So DustBird mostly trying to hold. DarkPorygon trying to move his battlecopters, but that's it. And yeah, DustBird gets two tanks gets taken out and two infantry one infantry and one almost dies to Ramzi as well. Right now things looking pretty dire for DustBird, but somehow he's almost even on army value. I guess this missile has a lot of value and is not dying, so that's it. And DarkPorygon mostly not doing anything. Ramzi goes for the power, the brute force for Fleck. Interesting Fleck pick on this map. And green goes for the Knucklebuster. DustBird getting wild there, kills a bunch of stuff actually, damage most of the artillery from Ramzi there. Even almost gets one with the mech here. And this is the last turn. Right now DustBird actually pulls ahead a lot. against Ramzi. DarkPorygon, of course, he's the first place. It's decided already. And right now, Ramzi goes for a lot of shots there, but for some reason he has 10k, but he doesn't quite build enough stuff. But even if he spent all his money, I guess if he could make maybe a battlecopter, he still would be behind Ramzi. So yeah, DarkPorygon move on and DustBird moves on as second place. So DarkPorygon first place for the group and DustBird as first place. Somehow Ramzi, I guess he got too aggressive against DustBird. All his artillery moved here, and then he just got shot by a lot of tanks. And even this mech here, that was really devastating. I guess if one of his artillery survived, like this one, like almost got one shot by the mech. If he built something here, he could have won, but that's it. So this was Group C, and now we're going to the quarterfinals. So I hope you see the next videos. If you like this one, subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.